Well, we have some more sad news to report today. Tim Curry, the legendary actor best known for his role in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, has passed away at the age of 80.
Tim Curry has officially brought his legendary journey to a close after a long and turbulent road, leaving an immense void in the hearts of millions of audiences around the world. Behind the magnificent velvet curtain and the extraordinary roles that captivated the screen, this gifted artist once had to confront a devastating medical crisis that completely altered the course of his life. Even in the face of brutal adversity, the fire of his passion and his iron will never faded.
Think about the end of your life. Are you afraid of it? Are you?
No, I'm not. I don't fear death.
His final farewell was not merely the end of an extraordinary life, but also revealed untold truths about a proud battle for survival.
I try to avoid it, as I think we all do, but I suspect that in the end I will welcome it.
Timothy James Curry officially drew his final breath at his home in the Toluca Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles on the night of August 25, 2026, at the age of 80.
Welcome back. Tributes are pouring in from all over the world this morning for beloved British actor Tim Curry. He's passed away at the age of 80.
His peaceful passing was quickly confirmed to international news organizations by his longtime manager, Marcia Hurwitz, bringing to an end more than a decade in which the actor had persistently fought against severe physical impairments. The news immediately triggered a profound wave of mourning across the capital of the global film industry, prompting numerous major studios, prestigious arts organizations, and leading theatrical institutions on Broadway and in the West End to issue solemn condolences to his family and the community of fans. Colleagues from multiple generations expressed deep gratitude for the immense contributions this veteran artist had tirelessly made throughout a lifetime of unceasing artistic work. Although his health had declined significantly following serious medical crises, he continued to maintain suitable professional activities in order to remain connected with the movie-going public. The clearest example of that unwavering effort was the veteran actor's unexpected return in a special guest role appearing in a wheelchair in the horror film Stream. His direct presence on screen demonstrated that the passion of a man who had devoted his entire life to art had never shown any sign of cooling in the face of physical challenges. Beyond returning to acting on a film set, the veteran British star also decided to organize the full story of his life's rises and falls through a special autobiography. In October 2025, Grand Central officially published the memoir titled Vagabond, drawing widespread attention from literary and arts critics, as well as the international public. The book recorded with honesty and authenticity the rich experiences and profound philosophies of life that the author had distilled from decades of traveling through many different places and creative worlds. The work served as a panoramic portrait, reflecting the unwavering courage and free spirit of a true artist. During this same period, the actor also made several deeply emotional public appearances before thousands of loyal fans. More specifically, he personally attended a series of special events marking the 50th anniversary of the release of the classic film The Rocky Horror Picture Show, held on a large scale in Los Angeles and New York. Although he had to move entirely in a specialized wheelchair and faced significant limitations in mobility, Tim Curry continued to smile brightly and enthusiastically wave in response to prolonged standing ovations from packed tiers of spectators. During a special CBS television interview promoting his newly published autobiography, when asked about his thoughts on the boundary between life and death, Tim Curry openly expressed his calm attitude. "I'm not afraid of death. I try to avoid it, like we all do, but I suspect in the end, I will accept it peacefully." This sincere reflection revealed the depth and steadiness of a man who had experienced every range of rise and fall adversity and extraordinary glory across 8 decades of life. The British actor's passing was therefore not only a tremendous loss to the entertainment industry, but also marked the completion of an immense cultural legacy with enduring vitality across generations of audiences around the world. The extraordinary achievements and far-reaching influence left behind by the late artist grew from an illustrious career built on exceptional talent and an unmatched ability to transform himself on screen. Timothy James Curry entered the ranks of the most influential stars in global popular culture through his extraordinary ability to transform himself on both the theatrical stage and the silver screen. The pivotal milestone that elevated his name to international prominence was his portrayal of the eccentric Dr. Frank N. Furter in the musical The Rocky Horror Show, first staged in London before being adapted into the classic film The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Although the movie initially earned fairly modest box office returns, its inherent appeal and the actor's groundbreaking performance style helped spark a massive midnight screening phenomenon, transforming the project into the longest continuously screened film in the history of cinema. The British actor's remarkable performance in distinctive costumes, combined with his uninhibited acting style, shattered many of the prevailing conventions and prejudices of the screen, at the time powerfully inspiring generations of younger audiences through a message of freedom and individual self-expression. Following that resounding success, he refused to confine himself to any fixed acting formula and actively explored a wide range of villainous characters with distinctly different personalities. In 1982, Tim Curry made a strong impression as the scheming con man Rooster Hannigan in the celebrated musical film Annie, displaying a seamless combination of singing, dancing, and subtly comic expression. By 1985, the actor continued to demonstrate the full extent of his transformative ability through two works with completely contrasting styles. In the mystery comedy Clue, he played the diligent butler Wadsworth, delivering rapid-fire monologues at breathless speed, while displaying precise physical control during every frantic sequence racing through the mansion. That same year, he agreed to endure a makeup process lasting 5.5 hours each day to become the Lord of Darkness in director Ridley Scott's fantasy film Legend, creating one of the most imposing and visually memorable villainous figures on the Hollywood screen at that time. In 1990, Tim Curry sparked a wave of terror on television when he accepted the role of a monstrous entity disguised as the clown Pennywise in the television miniseries IT, adapted from Stephen King's novel. With his icy gaze, haunting laugh, and unpredictable psychological shifts, the actor shaped the fears of an entire generation of television viewers, turning the character into a classic icon of international horror. Moving beyond the realm of terror, he continued to win over family audiences when he appeared as the calculating Plaza Hotel manager, Mr. Hector, in the blockbuster Home Alone 2. Lost in New York, generating exuberant laughter through his delightfully exaggerated performance. Alongside his brilliant film career, Tim Curry maintained a strong position in the great temples of world theater, repeatedly proving his formidable ability through 3 prestigious Tony Award nominations. In 1981, he received his first Tony nomination for playing the brilliant composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart in the Broadway production of Amadeus, followed by a second nomination for My Favorite Year. In 2005, the veteran actor was once again honored by theater critics when he earned his 3rd Tony nomination for playing King Arthur in the hit musical Spamalot, demonstrating the elite vocal and dramatic technique of a formally trained theatrical artist. Alongside his live acting work, the British performer also built an extensive voice acting career through his warm, deep, highly flexible, and expressive voice. Behind the enormous fame and extraordinary characters admired by audiences around the world, this gifted artist consistently maintained a lifestyle entirely separate from the noise of the entertainment industry. His absolute discretion in his personal life created a firm boundary that protected his most private thoughts from public scrutiny. Behind the Private Velvet Curtain. Timothy James Curry built his entire brilliant artistic career around one unchanging principle, maintaining a complete separation between fame before the camera and the private space of everyday life. Throughout decades of working in the world's leading entertainment centers from London to Los Angeles, the actor steadfastly chose a single life, never married, and had no children. On the rare occasions when he spoke with international cultural journalists, he remained measured but firm, publicly insisting that matters involving romance or private life were completely outside the public's rightful concern. That strict approach to personal privacy reflected the actor's professional philosophy, as he consistently regarded performance as serious work that should be judged purely by professional ability rather than by stories from behind the scenes. Although he worked within the Hollywood media environment, which constantly searched for sensational details, Tim Curry never used his private life to attract attention or support publicity campaigns. This caution helped the actor retain great respect from industry professionals, while also creating the quiet personal space he needed after long hours of intense work on sets and stages. At the same time, his complete silence before the media made the veteran star the focus of countless public rumors. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, as his rebellious characters and unconventional performance style shook popular culture, numerous theories about his sexual orientation and secret romantic relationships began circulating widely through Western entertainment publications. Faced with public pressure and the relentless curiosity of the press, Tim Curry chose not to respond, not to explain himself, and firmly refused to allow outside noise to interfere with his serious artistic work. His steadiness and composed strength helped the British actor move through complicated waves of entertainment industry speculation without becoming involved in any public controversy. Rather than spending energy on baseless rumors, he devoted his full attention to cultivating genuine professional relationships and building a close, enduring network of friendships that lasted across multiple generations of artists. Those who had the opportunity to work with the actor consistently described his courtesy, the polished manner of an English gentleman, and his unwavering willingness to support colleagues in every professional situation. The veteran star's close circle of friends included longtime figures who remained connected to him from his earliest days in theater through his rise to international fame. The actor maintained close relationships with longtime collaborators such as Patricia Quinn, Barry Bostwick, and playwright Richard O'Brien, creating rare bonds that endured long after the landmark artistic projects they shared. The precious quiet of his private life, carefully protected for so many years, was suddenly and completely disrupted one summer day at his Los Angeles home. A serious medical crisis struck without warning, forcing the multi-talented artist into a brutal fight for survival against profound physical damage. A life-or-death crisis. Timothy James Curry faced the most serious medical turning point of his life on July 13, 2012, at his home in Los Angeles. The crisis occurred entirely without warning, while the actor was receiving a routine massage therapy session at his residence. After noticing unusual changes in his face and a sudden decline in motor response, the therapist immediately called 911 to request emergency medical assistance, even though the actor initially believed such intervention was not truly necessary. Thanks to the therapist's decisive action, he was quickly transported by emergency personnel to a specialist hospital for urgent treatment and advanced medical imaging. The diagnosis determined that the actor had suffered a severe ischemic stroke caused by 2 large blood clots blocking blood vessels in the right hemisphere of his brain. To relieve rising intracranial pressure and preserve as much surviving brain tissue as possible, neurosurgeons performed emergency open-skull surgery, after which the patient remained under specialized monitoring in intensive care for more than a month. After surviving the critical phase, and completing the life-saving surgery, Tim Curry faced a series of serious and lasting neurological consequences. Damage to the right hemisphere of his brain resulted in complete paralysis of the left side of his body, leaving the actor unable to walk independently and permanently dependent on a wheelchair for daily life. More seriously, his speech center was also negatively affected, causing an artist once famous for his iconic voice to lose the ability to speak clearly for many weeks, and forcing him to begin an extremely demanding program of physical therapy and speech rehabilitation in order to relearn basic words one by one. Faced with a series of overwhelming health challenges, Tim Curry and his representatives decided to keep all information about his condition private from the media for nearly a year in order to preserve complete focus on his physical and psychological rehabilitation. Although he endured prolonged pain and strict limitations on movement, the British actor continued to face the harsh reality with resilience and his characteristic sense of humor. He often jokingly referred to his specialized wheelchair as his silly chair and gave his paralyzed left arm the nickname Teddy as a reminder to himself to remain patient and treat his body more gently. His enduring optimism helped the actor gradually adapt to his new circumstances, step by step, regaining the ability to communicate clearly while preserving his burning passion for art. His persistent public presence and radiant smile conveyed a powerful message about the strength of a true artist overcoming adversity. The enduring energy that enabled this man to continue fighting for more than 14 years came from a disciplined character forged during childhood. The difficult early years of his life in England had already shaped his inner strength, preparing him to meet the greatest upheavals of fate with resilience. The origin of his strength. Timothy James Curry was born on April 19, 1946, in the village of Grappenhall in Cheshire, England, into a family deeply shaped by discipline and order. His father, James Curry, was a chaplain who served for many years in the British Royal Navy, while his mother, Patricia, worked as a secretary at a local school. The structured family environment and the strict discipline of his military father began early to shape the Cheshire boy's independence, calm powers of observation, and habit of keeping his inner world private from those around him. At the age of 12, the first major family tragedy arrived when his father died suddenly after an acute bout of pneumonia, leaving an enormous emotional void in the life of the adolescent boy. The shock of losing the family's central figure forced his mother to move with her son to South London in search of new educational and economic opportunities. The sudden change of environment combined with the loss of a loved one forged in Tim Curry an early independence and helped him develop the ability to adapt flexibly to unpredictable changes in real life. To ensure a comprehensive education, the family decided to send the Cheshire schoolboy to board at Kingswood School in the city of Bath. There, the teenager began to reveal his natural artistic gifts through a clear tenor voice and an instinctive talent for melodic phrasing during school choir performances. Regular performances of sacred music not only helped develop his foundational vocal skills, but also awakened the future artist's intense passion for performing before an audience. Recognizing a clear path toward professional development, the young man decided to pursue formal academic training by successfully applying to the University of Birmingham. There, student Tim Curry concentrated on the advanced study of drama and English, gaining a comprehensive understanding of classical theatrical theory, as well as the structure of Western dramatic literature. After a period of serious training and outstanding completion of practical stage projects, he officially graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1968 with notable academic achievement, ready to enter the professional performance world in the capital. The year 1968 marked an important milestone when the young performer passed rigorous auditions and joined the original cast of the acclaimed musical Hair on London's West End. Working directly in a top-tier professional performance environment helped the young actor sharpen his stage instincts, strengthen his ability to interact with fellow performers, and establish an individual presence within a highly talented ensemble. This became a solid launching point that brought his name closer to the attention of Britain's theatre establishment. During his time performing at the Royal Court Theatre, Tim Curry had a fateful encounter with playwright and musician Richard O'Brien, beginning an artistic partnership that would become a turning point in both of their careers. Their shared creative outlook and common desire to break away from traditional theatrical formulas laid the early foundation for the distinctive experimental projects that would follow. That historic meeting became the first building block guiding the young man from the lecture hall directly into the center of the international theatrical arena. From his disciplined beginnings in rural Cheshire to the years spent forging his craft on West End stages, the entire early journey shaped a multi-talented, determined, and deeply self-possessed artist. The inner qualities formed during childhood remained with him through every summit of glory and every harsh trial of human life. His immense legacy and undying passion will undoubtedly continue to inspire many generations of audiences to come. Which Tim Curry role left the deepest and most emotional impression on you? Leave your thoughts and memories of this gifted artist in the comments below. Do not forget to like and share the video to help spread this inspiring story. And subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next outstanding biographical documentaries. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching for joining us. Goodbye, and see you again.